Like, we'll show you Adobe
S6.
Audition. We'll show you.
Yeah, let me just add my friends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Life is Daijoubu, episode 34. Today, we're going to be doing the fall. Hello, everybody. Welcome to...
It's so bad because, like, I feel you. Because in my brain, I'm just like, oh, well, it is fall time.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Life is Daijoubu, episode 34. We're doing summer review today.
Summer, yes.
I did it.
I feel like summer outside. It's cold.
It doesn't. It's actually quite cold.
It's like 43 degrees today.
But today, we got a show for you. We got our fancy suits on. We got our fancy anime shirts on. And I once again had to resort to the Walmart t-shirts because I forgot to get a shirt. But I got Demon Slayer this time. They got new Demon Slayer shirts. So I got the best couple of Demon Slayer. I couldn't keep a straight face when I said it.
Okay.
Everyone in the comments are just like, this guy, yo, we
Cancel this man on Twitter.
No, they don't want to cancel him. They want to.
He's like, this guy gets it. Yeah. This guy gets it.
He's a hero.
I mean, some people want to cancel you.
Well, what do you guys got wearing?
I got this. I got it from Redbubble. This Jujutsu Kaisen shirt. Not freaking Hell's Paradise.
I was gonna say, I see Gabby Maru. I don't remember
Gabby
him.
Maru in the red picture right here.
Can I give my hot critique on this shirt thing?
What?
Maybe you really like it, but I don't know if I do or not. It's really wordy.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the style. Like, some shirts have a lot of words on them to, like, you don't have to read every word. Like,
I'm just dumb brain. I just want pictures.
Like, well, right here, this little block right
up.
here that I point out, it's literally just copied. I think it's literally just copied from, like, the Hell's Paradise wiki.
I see this, and it reminds me.
At the very bottom, it says he's the main protagonist of Hell's Paradise. Jigo Kuro. I don't know. How
this reminds me of like a screenshot from a web page, or like I'm reading the NutriFacts on food.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
It's very stylish.
I guess not.
There's a series on this. This is the first series, and they got one on the ninja girl. I can't remember her name.
My dumb brain says no.
I kind of like it. I'm into it.
That's why I looked at it. It's like, oh, it's got like words.
Sky, what are you wearing?
Japanese.
Oh, I'll announce it. You don't have a mic. He's wearing this beautiful picture of Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, the Netflix hit TV show. Nice guy.
Spike's fun.
He's also wearing sweats. If you guys were wondering,
they caught me. I shouldn't have stood up. Yeah,
I'm not wearing sweats. I'm wearing jeans.
He's naked.
That's why I'm not standing up. Yeah. So as you guys have seen, we do the little tradition where we wear the shirts. From here on out, I'm gonna try to get not Walmart shirts. That's kind of my goal because the Walmart shirts kind of suck.
Well, you got three options. You have three choices when you shop at Walmart.
Demon Slayer, Naruto, and JJK.
Yeah.
And the occasional My
Dragon
Hero
Ball.
shirt.
They rotate these.
Yeah.
Why is there no One Piece shirts? I'd wear a One Piece shirt.
I don't know. I don't think it's as.
I put Luffy's bee cheeks right on my arm right here.
It's more popular at stores like Spencer's or Hot Topic. You'll definitely find every anime shirt there.
True.
Yeah.
They're just expensive, but I mean, $25 is about what you're going to be looking at, I think.
This actually bought this shirt on Redbubble. It was about $20. Well, $30 after shipping. They kind of
bent you over on shipping.
They got me on the shipping.
I know. I just critiqued your shirt, but it's kind of growing on me.
Okay.
I think I just needed to look at
this
it.
guy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like the style personally.
Of course, anything at Redbubble, it's not support the artist directly. So,
I mean,
if you want to be,
I guess,
if you want to be more oral about it.
But
other than that,
anyway, so we didn't introduce ourselves. If this is your first episode of Life is Daijoubu, my name is Cole. I'm joined by Thane and Skylar.
I'm Thane.
I loved that wave. Thane, that was really good. You went.
It's like one of those 80s sitcoms.
He's kind of like a... yeah, he's good. Yeah, we've got a show for you guys. We're going to be talking about the summer season review. I've noticed that when I printed this, it is smaller, and I don't know why. Sorry about that.
And you did the flipperooski.
I did the flipperooski, but incorrectly. I didn't flip it quite right. But anyway, we're like we do with our shows. We're going to talk about our news. We're going to talk about the news because that's all we're talking about. Then we get into the seasonal review, and there's no watch along episode this week, so that
you got another week.
You got another week to catch up. Yeah. So first up on the news, we've got the Devil May Cry. The game is getting an anime or an animated television show by Netflix, and it's going to be produced by the same person as Castlevania.
Do we know if it's going to follow like the game?
I don't know.
I
would imagine.
Yeah.
It's got to do something. It's probably going to be loosely connected to the games,
Yeah.
if not like pretty much one for one, because like Castlevania was loosely connected.
Right.
That'll be cool though if you like Devil May Cry, because the Castlevania one was pretty dang good in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got the Crunchyroll buyout of Right Stuff. So we talked about this probably months ago. It's finally going into effect.
Almost a year ago, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's been a while. But it's finally going into effect. Right Stuff's basically going to be no more. Everything's going to be on Crunchyroll.
I saw that when I was leaving from when I was working at Wendings. I saw on my phone it said, Right Stuff is bought by Crunchyroll. No more hentai games. It's
No more H games.
I have a question on that though. Have they talked about is Right Stuff going away, or is it just going to get rebranded?
It's going away essentially. It's going to be the Crunchyroll store.
Wow.
So literally the Right
current
Stuff.
Crunchyroll store is what it's gonna essentially house all of their products.
So Right Stuff is literally just going away.
Just gone. Yeah.
It's kind of
Is
sad.
that going to affect some manga that's going to distribute?
No, if there's already orders that people have, then
then
Right Stuff will still fulfill them. If you have pre-orders on Right Stuff, they will still be fulfilled through Right Stuff. They won't be transitioned over to Crunchyroll. It'll be still technically through Right Stuff. So until all those orders are done, that's when Right Stuff is done.
So our lower prices going away too?
Crunchyroll says that they're not going to, but like, come on, let's be
big
honest.
Corporations have lied before.
I mean, at this point, they're gonna have like a monopoly on
I
it.
wonder if it'll.
I mean, granted, like Barnes and Noble's still there, but like,
That's still MSRP though.
yeah.
Right Stuff is like usually $1 or $2 below.
Yeah.
And then they have really good sales every so often.
Crunchyroll's got the monopoly on anime.
Yep.
That said, as of this podcast episode's upload date, which is the 7th, I think, you'll have 3 days to go buy on Right Stuff, and if you do, you can get a really dang good price. Like we're talking 25 to 30% off.
Or they're doing a big sale right
They're
now.
doing a
It's
big
like
sale.
it's a clearance sale. Like they're gonna.
It's kind of like a clearance sale.
Like they're gonna shut down. Like Crunchyroll's like, not psych. We're shutting down the whole thing.
So anything they have currently in stock is already reduced price, and then you get an extra 15% off by using code THANKYOU on checkout.
I wonder.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
I wonder
Yep.
if they're gonna sell any more comic books, like from like DC or Marvel.
Right Stuff does, so
Yeah.
I would imagine Crunchyroll probably does
probably
too.
they do. I think Crunchyroll does sell some like sometimes they'll sell like stuff related to Western products. I remember they sold some like Freddy Krueger as a big anime titty girl on the website.
Have you guys used the Crunchyroll store before? Is it good?
used
Is
it
I
it
actually
bad?
bought Shizuru from the Crunchyroll store forever ago.
I
Okay.
bought that one.
Worked fine.
I bought that Amelia mouse pad.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
booby one.
Yeah. Very
So,
low quality. It broke. The
My
gel
hot
just-
take is I liked Right Stuff, but I didn't like it at the same time. I think the website, I always had issues with checkout and
Yep.
addresses. And
Yeah.
Checkout was a nightmare
It
at Right Stuff.
always bothered me. So maybe this will fix it.
I remember like my shipping address was the same as my billing, and they had like such a fit over it, and so I had to like email them and say, hey, can you change this? Like I couldn't change it
the
on
same,
the fly.
yeah. I remember when we all first started buying
Yeah.
stuff from Right Stuff, I had to call them. Then they ended up
Yeah.
calling. I think you must have called them or something too, or
I sent them some emails, and then they responded and said, "Oh,
I
you got to
see.
switch your addresses around." It was
Yeah.
just a nightmare.
it was really weird at the
Yeah.
beginning there, but so that is going down October 10th. So pretty much get them in by the weekend, and then you'll have a good order. And if not, then well, I guess MSRP's
Strap
probably.
in.
So, I mean, granted, Crunchyroll said they might keep the prices, so we'll see Anyway, so the next up we've got is some anime adaptation announcements. This one's the classic. I picked it because the name is incredible. Here we go. The neat and beautiful girl at my new school was my childhood friend whom I thought was a boy and I played together with is getting an anime adaptation.
Wait, this is just Tomo-chan is a girl.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Same plot?
Same plot.
I love how we can tell the plot of a show based on the title.
Maybe he doesn't think she's beautiful. She's very tomboy looking. She's more like a prince type person.
Just you reading that title. I mean, obviously everyone knows what it's about by the title, but it reminded me of that Hatsukoi zombie show or manga rather.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I guess it kind of spoils it, so I won't talk about it.
Every time you read out a light novel title,
I can kind of. It's been a while for me, but I can kind of get
like the two main characters.
Yeah.
And the secret that's going on.
Yeah, I get what you're. I pick up what you're throwing down.
Cool.
So, no. Whenever you read out a light novel title, it's that meme where it's like brain aneurysm. Someone's brain cell pops.
The next up one is this one isn't the title of it. It's like the Magical Explorer series. It might just be called Magical Explorer. I don't know. But it's getting an anime adaptation. I don't know anything about it.
Is it light novel or manga?
It was a light novel.
Oh, okay.
The last thing we have to talk about is not an anime adaptation. It is that Mappa is doing some naughties again. I told Thane a little bit about this one. So essentially, a couple days ago at this point, Mappa sent out an NDA to some of their animators, asking them not to talk about the bad work environment at Mappa. So in response, a bunch of Mappa animators went to Twitter and told everybody how bad it was.
They probably put their careers in jeopardy. But
oh, totally, yeah. Most of them were saying things like, if you want to build up your name and your like reputation, great place to work at. If you actually want to enjoy life, not a good place to work at. I'm just like, yikes. I know Mappa's got at least 2 studios. This was specifically the studio that makes JJK and Chainsaw Man.
With all that money, you think they could just open up like a 3rd studio?
Just hire
more people.
Or outsource a lot of...
Well, I know a lot of animation studios already do get freelancer work. That's kind of one of the main things that...
Yeah.
That's why you see Cube Guy, for example. You see him all over because he's a freelancer. He just goes to whatever studio he gets a job at.
I think I saw Bug Films on some anime productions before Zon 100. So when they formed, they were probably a like outsource. I saw like.
Well, they formed like literally before Zon 100. Like it was most of the people that made Komi.
Yeah.
They left whatever they were doing there, then made a new studio called Bug Films, and then made Zon 100.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they actually did any outsourcing, but maybe they did.
Yeah. Pretty sure I saw Mappa do like some outsourcing on another anime. It seemed like
I know Wit Studio does a bunch.
Wit
does a lot of outsourcing, and Wit Studio is also the one that does a lot of the Pokemon side animation projects. So not that main anime, but the web series and stuff that they do occasionally. Those are typically by Wit Studio.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, going back to this, those animators got fired.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't see any updates on it.
Their fates are ambiguous.
If anything, like everyone's gonna be mad at Mappa, so like, they honestly would probably be fine in this day and age of the internet.
Right.
But they did break NDA, and that's pretty.
No,
bad.
they didn't, because they didn't sign it.
Oh, they didn't sign it.
That's what they sent out. They said, "Will you sign this?" To say, and they said, "I'm not gonna sign it." Here, Twitter, this is what's happening. That's why we knew about it. It was because Twitter, the people on Twitter were saying stuff.
Dude, it just sucks that this is a reoccurring theme with manga and anime, and I'm sure it stems to other forms of media like video games and movies and whatnot. But I mean, is it? Well, I guess there's a lot of factors that go into it, and I guess speaking for myself, and I guess I can speak for you guys. Like, obviously, we would rather have the shows be delayed and have people not die and be overworked than give me my show now. Like, we'll get into it a little bit later, but like Zom 100, very good. I love it. I'm sad that it keeps getting delayed, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? If that's what it takes to get the episodes, make them better, and also let people sleep, that's fine. Like, it's not hurting me. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Just sucks. I don't know if this will ever go away either.
And with that, let's move into the next category, or not category, but the meat of the show. We got no more news. This is the next up is just the summer 2023 review. I have at the very top the Mal's top 5. Guess what I forgot to do? Look up Mal's top 5.
Mal's top 5.
So I'm gonna go look it up right now. So just give me half a second.
One thing that I would like to talk about while Cole's doing that, and we've mentioned it a little bit on this show, but I hate Mal. I think Mal is just a trash,
I like AniList
trash
better.
website. Yeah, we use one called AniList.
And they have a site called AniChart, which helps you like chart your season of anime. And it was nice enough to link both AniList and My Anime List, but screw My Anime List. We're going with AniList.
There's also an app. There's an application that I have on my cell phone that connects to my AniList account. So if I'm ever on trips or on the go, or I just want to update something on my phone, I can as well. I think AniList is really cool. It's kind of like MySpace for anime.
I
It just helps you keep track
I honestly
of stuff.
don't know why AniList doesn't also have their charting feature in just one website, because that would be really cool. Just both of them at once. Like, oh, click here for the anime chart for your seasonal
I
watching.
wonder if it was an afterthought.
Maybe they
I bet they made the seasonal thingy before they made the charting source, the charting website. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Because there really wasn't a website specifically made to like track seasonal anime, save for like Mal talking about it. But like they definitely had a better showing of tracking each seasonal thing on AniChart or AniList or whatever it is. And then they probably made the tracking.
The website
stuff.
feels like modern day too, whereas
Totally.
Mal feels like 2005.
Literally, yeah, I agree.
And also, AniList rise you up. Like, go to the homepage. It has all the anime you're watching. It's like, hey, you're a few episodes behind. You just click it, and you can get
And it
caught
tells
up.
you when the next episode's coming
Yeah.
out. It's
Pretty
so good.
cool.
You guys should switch. Okay. go
Anyway, so the reason why we are using Mal is because there are more users there,
Right.
and that's why I use them as
It's the more
a
popular
guide.
site, unfortunately.
All right, so our top 5, and we're going to go farther than the top 5 because this top 5 is actually only sequels. But coming in at number 1 is Bleach. I'm assuming it's the 1,000-Year Blood War Part 2.
The separation.
The separation or something.
Yeah.
Next up, that's got an 8.85.
Yeah.
Then we got Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 at an 8.83. We got Bungo Stray Dogs 5th season at an 8.69. Mushoku Tensei 2 at a 8.37. And Horimiya Peace, not Pieces, just Peace, at an 8.27.
Oof.
All right, next
I
up.
think it's better to watch with the regular season of Horimiya, maybe like do a watching order.
Oh, yeah, if
But,
there was
yeah.
like some like unofficial watching order that shows you which order to watch it, it'd probably be
Yeah.
fun.
That's why I heard it's just like the one Ranking of Kings season where it's just random stories.
All right. So now we're going to keep going. And literally the next 5 are originals. Or not originals,
That's
but
surprising.
a season 1 of a show. So this season apparently was dominated by the sequels to the vast majority of people. But anyway, here's the next 5. We've got Bang Dream, It's My Go. I think it's an idol anime.
Yeah.
This could honestly be a sequel. So we'll go to the
Yeah.
11th one, which... We'll get to
I
that. It's
think
not
I've
quite a
heard
sequel,
Bang
but it's similar.
I think I've heard of Bang Dream.
Anyway, Bang has an 8.2. And we got Zom 100 with an 8.11. Undead Girl Murder Farce at a 7.95. My Happy Marriage at a 7.95. So I knew what the name of that one was. I don't know what this one's name is, but it's doing like the Romanji version. Not the Romanji, like the Japanese one. It's the one with the cat and like the office lady. If I click on it, will tell me. No, apparently my anime list has a lot of traffic, so I can't even click it. It's the cat girl. Not the cat girl. It's the giant cat like Totoro, and he lives with the office lady and he cooks food and stuff. Anyway, it's got a 7.7.
Well. We just. Okay. That happened.
Well, sorry everybody. I just had a brain aneurysm.
The
and
liquid death got ya.
I punched
Yeah, it's
it.
the death of the show. How dare you?
I can't wait to watch that on the camera.
And make a clip out of it.
Yeah, we should
clip
clip
you
it.
up.
Hopefully it goes
I'm
viral.
sorry for Life is not Rad Cats podcast fans talking rad.
We'll just turn it off then.
Yeah.
Isn't there a switch?
I'm
to turn
sorry
it on
for
and
no
off?
clips.
Yeah, on the top. There you go.
I've
That's
just
off.
been lazy and I've been kind of working on other videos, but hey, I'll probably go back and do some clips.
You know when you do stuff and you're just like, why am I even, what? What just happened? I punched my drink?
It happens.
It was an event.
Hey, my water bottle earlier was empty and it kind of just flew out of my hands.
I saw you throw. I thought you were throwing it at me, but then I looked at your face and you were just disappointed.
It's like I was trying to do something and it kind of flipped and I tried to catch it. And it's, you know what happens when you catch it at the end, just squeeze it out and just launches. That's what happened.
So it's going to be fun after hearing this list, though, of what people liked.
Yeah.
Because I dropped a few of those.
Yeah. So that was Mal's top 5. Before we move on to our actual awards, let's talk about the stuff that we did over the past 2 weeks because we weren't watching a show. And I guess we can talk about the stuff we plan to do over the next 2 weeks because we also won't be watching a show.
Yeah.
Well, I was gone. I was on a trip, so I spent a couple days being gone. But the things that I did watch is I got caught up on some shows that I was behind on for our summer watch-along. And then I also watched a bunch of Futurama. So that's a little curveball.
Futurama.
Yeah, a little bit of a
Futurama,
curveball.
the greatest anime.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
that was me.
What about you, Thane? What were you up to? You playing the drums over there?
Just anime.
Not the drums.
Yeah. And working on my Armored Core video coming up. Also after Armored Core, it's going to be that secret anime project that's going to probably lead into a massive series of videos.
Series of?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fortnite.
So,
This is the best
anyways,
anime.
yeah.
Fortnite is the best anime.
I love it. It's
then
my favorite. When
also,
Kakashi pulls out the Rasen gun and shoots Naruto in the nose.
Senkai. Oh my. Then
Now he's jerking it. You're just on one thing.
Sorry.
He was playing the drums earlier, and now he's jerking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you okay, guys?
Who are you?
I'm not okay. So, and yeah, that's what I've been doing. Anime, working on stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I watched a shiz ton of TV, but not anime. I mean, I watched anime too, but I mostly watched just other shows. I watched a show called Players, which was a mockumentary on a League of Legends team, a fictional League of Legends team. It's quite interesting.
I've seen the ads for it. It's like, is this real? And I looked up. It's not real.
It's not real, no.
Yeah. What's the main person's name? Fictional subject.
It's cream cheese.
Yeah, cream cheese.
His name
It's
is Cream
like,
Cheese.
that's the most
His
esports name I've ever
the
heard.
name he used before was Nut Milk.
Oh.
But they made it canon that League of Legends told him to change it if he was going to be a professional. He couldn't go by Nut Milk anymore. And he has this whole bit where he's like, I don't know what they were talking about. Like, Nut Milk? I can see where they thought I was talking, but I was just talking about, like, the almond milk, the nut milk. And he like winks at the camera.
Did Riot give the go-ahead on this, or is this like a
Must
fan-made
have.
project?
They have League like literally all over the place. And like it looks like actual League of Legends events.
Feeling
That's
they
cool.
couldn't get like a compelling enough documentary, so they're like, just make one up.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too. It was a fun show. I enjoyed it for what it was worth. Basically, watched the whole thing in a day.
It was just a big League of Legends vehicle.
No, it didn't really promote League that much. It
okay.
was definitely just so. It was kind of like you're watching The Office a little bit,
Yeah.
but it was for League of Legends. But it was still more documentary-esque than The Office is. Funny though, some good laughs in it. The other thing I watched was season 1 of The Boys.
Ooh.
That's a good show. I highly recommend it. It's a pretty dang good show.
Yeah,
Don't
so
watch
you
it with
watch
your
it.
parents.
Don't watch it with your parents. Do not
Don't
recommend.
know the story. He watched the first episode with his parents, and
They turned it off when they saw a nutsack.
yeah.
I mean a nut milk.
A ball holder with hair.
Yikes.
Honestly, though, really fun show. If you have seen or really like the show Invincible, you'd really like this show
Yeah.
as well.
I saw a spinoff. It's like Gen V. It's called Gen 5 or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
I'm just watching this one. Yeah, and I did watch some anime as well to get caught up on some of the shows that I was watching for the season, because there were shows that I decided I was planning on binging at the end of the season, and hey, look at that, we're at the end of the season, so it was time to binge them.
I'm
so
just binging shows to get caught up to watch for this season, which will go into next episode.
Eventually, you're just going to be caught up to every show on Earth, so it'll be fine. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. And this season, I got Konosuba to catch up to, so...
Oh, because you've never seen Konosuba. Yeah, that's right.
Because season 3 is coming out. I'm even going
to
watch.
Does it come out in the fall?
No,
winter.
Come out.
It comes out winter. I think.
So next year then.
Winter or spring? It's a ways away.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. Well, I'm glad we all had a nice little enjoyable break. You guys plan to watch anything else? I'm gonna watch more of The Boys.
I wanted to watch season 2 of Overlord. One of our friends that we hang out with almost every day loves Overlord. So it's one of those that I'm like, yeah, season 1 was very average. But let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Any plans to just more anime?
Yeah, more anime. Some of the big catch-ups are like Spy Family, Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero. There's another, I can't remember, but that's about it. Like, those are the big ones. I got caught up with Mage's Bride, so I'm ready for that one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, now it is time to get into our segments. Our what would you call these categories? I guess
the meat and potatoes of our show.
The meat and potatoes of the show. We're gonna start off with our biggest surprise of the summer 2023 season. Thane, what was your biggest surprise of this season?
It's a show called Dark Gathering. Yes. It's fun. It's a fun show, and I like the latter half going into the second core, where it's like, oh, they're gonna fry some big fish. It's a show about like exorcism and catching ghosts. It's kind of like Ghostbuster, but they use the ghosts as weapons. The little girl does. She's like 10 years old. I can't remember her age, but she's like elementary school, and she's
like Chucky.
Yeah, she's like Chucky.
She's creepy as hell.
Yeah,
and she's the good guy.
Yeah. Ghosts fear her.
I'll tell you my biggest surprise, and I've talked about this on the show before, but my biggest surprise is that the beach episode in Atelier Ryza was not horny at all.
Wow.
that's the biggest surprise.
That's cool.
That's all I got. Sorry.
I guess my biggest surprise was Undead Murder Face.
Farce.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I thought it said Undead Murder Face when I first started watching it, but it's definitely Farce.
It reminds me of a Metalocalypse. One of the guys named William Murderface.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a murder mystery. I think the show started off really good and then slowly declined, which is basically my thoughts on this entire season, but we'll get to that.
Speaking of getting to that, what's your biggest letdown of the season, Sky?
The season as a whole.
Oh, shoot, me too.
You wrote that too?
I wrote that too.
I literally wrote that.
Damn.
I wrote the whole season.
For me, the season started out up here, and it just kept going like this basically through the entire thing. And there were only a handful of shows that we'll talk about later that I really looked forward to.
Yeah, this season was kind of weak. There's like I only have 3, but the 4 slots I had are probably shows I genuinely enjoyed.
But it seems like the whole thing. It seems like maybe part of that reason is there was a lot of sequels that none of us are watching.
True.
Yeah.
And Thane's probably the only one that could watch
like,
any of the sequels, but
I
just haven't seen any of them.
I only watched like 2 sequels, I think, like that I liked.
No, some of the bangers, like
just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
JJK or
Bleach.
JJK Mashuko. I haven't started Bleach.
Oh.
I'm reading the manga. Maybe I'll start like the 3rd season is unannounced, so maybe I have time to catch up, but I'm just reading the manga. And maybe when I get to the 1,000-Year Blood War part, I'll just start the anime there. But I did actually write a biggest letdown, and it's called The Gene of AI. I thought.
I remember being excited about this.
And then like after 6 episodes, like I'm done. I'm not really into the show. It was disappointing. It was Madhouse. Madhouse is incredible animation. I can't remember the show they're doing this season, but it looks incredible. Like it slips my mind what show Madhouse is doing. I think it's Shangri-La Frontier, but I'd have to look it up. But yeah, like it definitely was it was not one of their priorities, and it was just kind of like more like, oh, you have to think about the show. It's like, yeah, well, I don't think very much, and
I don't want to.
The quality of animation is not exciting me. So
I see.
it definitely was a kind of show to have lower quality animation. Like Vinland Saga did it well enough, where it's like, yeah, the quality for Mappa show wasn't high, but the storytelling was very high. But yeah, Gene of AI, nah.
So I did write down a specific thing because I wanted to, like, this show specifically encapsulates my entire thoughts for this season. So it's Liar Liar. I started the season really loving this show, very much so into it. The intro for Liar Liar is honestly really dang good. It slaps really hard. The animation's a lot of fun as well for the intro. But about halfway through the season, I was just like, oh, it's the same thing. It's another of the same thing. And by the end of the season, I was like, okay, I'm just so done with it. I'll give you a gist. Basically, they play these games in this show. Main character plays the game. You learn the rules for half of the episode. And then by the end of the game, it doesn't even matter because the main character just cheats to win. That's kind of the whole point of this show. They learn something.
I just realized the Madhouse show is free run.
I was going to say, I think it's free
That's
run.
the most hyped
I didn't
show
say, though.
the
I was
next
thinking it
season.
was.
So it's like, oh, of course. That show they definitely put the budget into.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the letdowns. Now, speaking of more letdowns, what were the at least you tried or the ones that you dropped because you didn't get that far into them?
Well, one of them for me was the Gene of AI.
You said you got to episode 8?
6.
Oh, 6.
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
And then the next one we all dropped. The girl I like forgot her glasses.
I forgot that was one of the seasons.
Yeah.
Because I dropped at episode 1.
I
got
think
2 episodes
Did you
in.
even write it down?
Yeah, I wrote it
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I got 2 episodes in that one.
What
Great.
others?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it for me.
I'll tell you mine. So, Glasses Girl. 2 episodes in. I got Devil's a Part-Timer season 2.5/season 3. I got 4 episodes in and dropped it. And Vending Machine. I got 9 episodes in and dropped it. It just became, I just didn't care. Like, I didn't care about the vending machine as a character, and so that kind of put me down on it. I liked the concept. Really interesting. It was really fun when I did watch it, but yeah.
So mine that I dropped, I also dropped Vending Machine. I watched 1 episode and I was just like, I don't think this is gonna be my cup of tea.
Isn't there like a CG monster, or am I thinking of another?
Yeah, there's CG monsters.
Oh, okay.
They
course.
didn't look bad, though.
It's an fantasy isekai.
I didn't think it looked bad.
So it's gonna be CG.
Yeah, I dropped that one. I dropped Glasses Girl after 1 episode. I watched half of it. Thought it was. I didn't like the cinematography. And
That's go hands for you, baby.
then I fell asleep for the last half of it, and I said, you know what, I'm not even going to try with this one. Plus, I'd already read like 80 chapters of the manga, and I've learned that if I've read the manga, I don't really care about the anime. Not always, but like 80% of things that I've read, I don't want to watch.
Yeah, JJK slaps right now.
Another one was Horimiya, which I think was number 2 or 3 on Mal's list.
It was like 4.
4. I've already read it, and I didn't care. Like it's fun.
It's all the side stories. It's all the side stuff.
Right. And I think if you haven't read the manga, then you probably would really enjoy it. I mean, you could read the manga and still enjoy it. Like I said, I guess I'm just speaking for myself. But then the last one I dropped was Dark Gathering. I got like 9 or 10 episodes in,
Oof.
and I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Literally, I just don't care.
It's funny because I think that's the part at there where it's like, oh man, this is getting hype. This is picking up.
I guess I just don't really like the characters. Like the little girl is so hard to.
I think she's the most interesting part of the show.
She's like so hard for me to connect with because I don't know. She's kind of mute. She's really creepy. And then also the main character, like he goes back and forth between being super confident to like, I'm so scared I'm going to die. And it kind of bounces back and forth, and I'm just like, man, I don't know, just pick a side. Either be
he's the weakest
be
part.
Scooby-Doo, be Shaggy, or be Fred. Pick one.
If it was just the little girl being smart enough and like hopping on to strangers, like maybe it's like a hitchhiking thing, and she's just going from town to town doing ghosts, that'd probably be a better show, but instead she's got to be stuck with an idiot.
Right, and then they keep introducing the love story, which also I think is just a plot point of, like, she'll come in and then something bad will happen to her, and it's like, oh, we now we need to go save her.
She's the Daphne of the group.
Yeah, and then the next episode it's like, oh, something bad happened to the main boy. Mostly bad things happen to him. He's like, oh, I got away from the group. Uh-oh. Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, let's split up, but he doesn't want to split up. It just happens. Like one episode, he goes to take a leak, and then the baddie, big boy, shows up, and it's just like, oh, let's go save Scoob.
Yeah.
Let's go get Scooby.
Like, I don't know. I'm with Thane. I like the concept of it, and I think it's very different from anything I've ever seen. I just don't really care about the characters, and that's really a big thing for me when it comes to stories.
Nice.
Yeah,
or
well,
I guess
it's
not
a
nice.
2-course, so I'm going to be carrying over.
Right, and it could get better. I'm not going to invest any more time into it.
Fair. Well, let's move on to something more positive, and that is our favorite OP. My favorite OP of the season was Zom 100's Song of the Dead.
That's me too.
That's me 3.
No way, what? Let's
Yeah.
go! This is one of the first times we've done it.
I was gonna say, is it even a competition?
You want me to throw me an? You want to throw an alternative?
No, you don't have to.
No, you don't have to. I think it's awesome when we all
Well,
have the same.
I guess if you want an alternative, I guess Jujutsu Kaisen's second opening I liked.
It's pretty fun, but like Zom 100
Zom-
song slaps and the animation is just
the
peak.
fact that we got a full animation, because I was really heavily considered early on in the season for me to make that my favorite, and that was before that only half of the intro was just like callbacks or like flashbacks.
Yeah.
Now it actually has a full animation the whole time. Oh my gosh, you can't beat that. It is too dang good.
and the song's so freaking
The
catchy.
song's so fun too, and like they're dancing to the song and singing along with it. Oh man, it's so good. It's hard to beat that. It really is.
Yeah, that
it's so
slaps.
colorful too, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful to look at. Yeah, good taste, everybody. Good taste.
Cheers, brothers.
I don't have my drink. Well, there's our favorite OP.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into a spicy category. Our hottest takes.
Yeah.
Thane, what was your hottest take of the season?
So I usually have a hard time coming up with this. Like, I don't know what do people not agree with? Because usually I'm very what's it called, a contempt guy, or like I kind of flow with the crowd.
You're very Norm.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald. Hey. But the one,
Rest in peace.
the one I thought deep about, and it says, I don't really care if studios use AI. And that's me saying, like, so Mappa had some rumors going around, like one lady on TikTok's like, look, you can see this right here. They use AI for this stuttering effect, which some people was like, no. And then I'm thinking to myself, who cares? Like, if AI can reduce workload and they can like brush over the missteps that it does, I don't really care if they're using AI to do like a lot of the heavy lifting.
Fair.
Like if they do AI and then paint it over to make it not look AI, who cares? Who cares? Just make it look presentable at the end of the day. I don't care about your methods.
I'll throw my 2
if they're
cents.
ethical, that is.
As I say, I'll throw my 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
If they train the AI to follow only Mappa's work, their own work essentially,
Yeah.
then
There's
I
also
think
been
it's okay.
some controversy of like people using other works, but that's mostly been independent stuff.
Yeah, that's independent stuff.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with AI, like having an AI copy someone else's work so that you can do
Yeah.
something. But if
They've-
they're having the AI look at Mappa's prior work
Yeah,
and
they've
only
got a whole
Mappa's prior work,
backload of like
why
not just
because technically they own that. They own it, you know.
not just anime production, but I think they've done test productions. They've done like
Yeah.
commissions, like all. If they have plenty of work to just do AI. So who cares?
Nice
Just-
take.
Yeah,
I like that. That's definitely spicy.
Yeah.
Some people are going to get riled by
I
that.
know. Like
but
some people on the internet could be like, "Oh, how dare you?" But it's like like people like me are be like, "Who cares? As long as it's presentable." At the end
Well,
of
I
the day.
think that people should probably view it as a tool and not as a means of creating.
Yeah, exactly. That's like my thing. It's like if they can like fill in, like if you could like do like an outline and then you fill in the cracks. There you go. You got pretty much half your workload done.
Nice.
You want to do yours?
No, I was gonna ask you.
Okay. So my hot take, and I don't think this is a hot take. I think this is just people are sleeping. People are sleeping on Rent a Girlfriend. Rent a Girlfriend is so freaking good. No way.
Rent a Girlfriend is one of the best anime this season. Let's go! Let's go!
Dude, me and Cole are just freaking brain sexing right now. Literally.
Oh man, dude! What I told you? What did I say last night? I said we're gonna have the same list, exactly the same list.
There was I think on the comments of one of the animes watching, I scrolled down below and they said people gave this a 6 and they gave Rent a Girlfriend like an 8. And someone says, I couldn't watch it because it looked like incel stuff. It's like, I guess some people
Dude, okay, I know what you're going to say. I'm going to say it first, though.
Go for it.
That's not me spouting opinions. I just saw a comment.
People
it was like,
say
that's
that
goofy.
because they know that they are 100% exactly like Kazuya. Kazuya is them in anime form, and that's why they're so salty about it.
That's a hot take right
It
there.
makes them feel bad because they go, "Oh no,
That's
that
a take
is me."
people are gonna. That's like not a hot take. That's a take that cuts deep, man.
Hey, that's me too, all right? Just accept it. When you bend over
like
and
me
you
for
accept
real,
your
for
fate,
real.
life is just easy. Just take
Life
it.
is Daijoubu.
Life is Daijoubu.
Daijoubu.
It's right there on the nose.
Right there. Honestly, though, like, this is peak Rent a Girlfriend.
Right.
Hands down, peak Rent a Girlfriend. It really doesn't get better from here, in my opinion. There's moments in the manga past this part of the anime that are good and fun, but nowhere near the highs of the emotions that we get right here.
Right.
If you were to watch Rent a Girlfriend seasons 1, 2, 3 and pretend the ending was slightly different, you'd have a really dang good romance anime, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I think like up to that
Did
point.
they confirm season 4?
Nope.
Oh,
I think
They
up to
hinted,
that
but
point,
not confirmed.
it's like, I mean, obviously you can predict the show from the very start because it's a rom-com.
Yeah.
But I feel like up to that point, you get such a fun ride. And like Cole just said, just predict the ending from there on out and you're fine.
Not only that, the animation looks freaking dang good.
Yeah.
It looks really pretty. There's a lot of colors. The intros always slap. I love the intro for this season especially because it tells a story. It tells a story literally about the entire season. The outros kind of sucked in my opinion. All 3 of the seasons, I never really liked the outros of Rent a Girlfriend. But intros are great. That's all that matters. But, well, that's not all that matters. But
you know what's funny? Like, I haven't really watched it because it's romance, and romance is not like my go-to. Like, My Happy Marriage I watched, but the reason I watched that is because of the Edo aesthetic, like the old
time
Japan.
period.
Yeah, I like shows like that, but I don't know. Maybe I could watch this one.
you
give it a chance.
might enjoy it,
Yeah.
honestly. Like I think there's a little bit of everything for it. It's one of those classic
It's a little
romance
bit,
where
there's a little something for everyone.
there's literally like, which wife would you want? Here's your handful to pick. Sumi's the best girl. We all know this, but you got to pick one.
Yeah. You've got your classic tsundere who is just blank face. You've got your super clingy girlfriend.
Kind of yandere almost girlfriend.
Yeah. Then you
Then
got the bitch that is
That's
just
the yandere one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
So those 3.
Yeah,
Got
3.
the tomboy. Is there a tomboy?
No.
Oh, no tomboy.
Isn't the one with the
Whoa.
ribbon on her hair? Isn't she kind of tomboy?
She was the
Yeah.
clingy girlfriend though. That's Ruka.
Oh, yeah.
But you got the wholesome one that you just want to protect and don't let do anything.
Yeah, but you also want to just punch her in the face because she doesn't talk. You want her to say words.
No, don't hurt Sumi. And then you got the new one. That's just another one of the bros.
Yeah, she's just. I guess she could be the tomboy.
She's kind of tomboy.
She's just
not
the
really,
wingman,
though.
dude.
She's the wingman. She's another
Isn't
one of the
she
bros.
YouTuber.
Yeah, she's the YouTuber. Anyway, you watch Rent a Girlfriend. Let's move into our next category, which is Best Boy. I'll get started with this one. Rudius Gray Rat.
Wait, is it gray art or gray rat?
It's Gray Rat.
I always hear gray art. I always hear them say gray art in the Japanese.
Definitely Gray Rat.
Gray rat? That's okay.
That's my best boy.
Okay.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
That's a very based pick.
I'm based.
You see, I was gonna pick the husband, but then I thought, you know what? Satoru Gojo is a goat, man. He's awesome.
Wait, who's the husband?
From My Happy Marriage?
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't look up his. I kind of when I was doing this, I kind of didn't have them written down because I can't remember everything I watched off the top of my head. So sorry, My Happy Marriage, for getting snuffed. But Satoru Gojo is like, I don't know. He's like one of the best.
He's God.
Yeah, he's God. He's fun.
He got beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
I don't even watch the show, and I know that.
He's beautiful eyes.
He's a little too broken. So in this season, they kind of had to knock him down a peg, just a bit.
Or you stab him in the eyes, that makes him does that lose his power?
I mean, if they stab him in the eyes,
Like
he probably could work his way around it.
I think he'd be just fine.
Yeah.
Wears a blindfold everywhere anyway.
Probably could steal another guy's eyes and put them
like
in
Naruto.
there. Yeah.
What's your best boy, Sky?
My best boy, I had written Rudy at first, but then I crossed him out.
Oh no.
And I wrote Kazuya.
Oh, you wrote Kazuya.
Kazuya is such a good human being. He's your typical horny guy, but he goes above and beyond for people that he really cares about.
Fair.
Spends so much effing money for people that he cares about.
A little too much money at times. It's almost to the point you can't live.
At least those girls are real.
True.
Yeah.
True. Especially in season 3, I think you get
that's a subtle roast thing.
Yeah.
Season 3 of Rent a Girlfriend, I think you get Kazuya at his best, or at least it shows you how deep his character really is as far as what he's willing to do for people he cares about. So
nice. Now let's do best fan service. Thane, what's your best fan service of the season?
Well, this might be cheating a bit. I was going to put Mushoku Tensei because I don't really go for fan service shows. But another show reared its ugly head to say, hey, I wasn't finished this season, and Ayakashi Triangle just came back. You could say, hey, it wasn't this season, but they aired the rest of the episodes this season. It says, I'm coming back with a vengeance, and yes, all the panty shots are here. Blurred, censored by a stupid cat. I guess you gotta wait for the Blu-ray releases for that, but yeah.
Get rid of that cat.
The fan surface is so horny. They gotta have stupid big JPEG censors, but yeah, that show came back and just boom.
Nice. Sky, what was your favorite best fan service?
I didn't watch a lot of horny this season, so my horny is I was gonna say Rent a Girlfriend, but even Rent a Girlfriend wasn't that.
That's
horny.
what I was telling Thane literally yesterday.
Yeah.
I said, "Nah, this
So,
season, not this season."
For me, it was Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah.
Like that was just it was horny, but it was like wholesome horny. It was great.
The whole plot is about him trying to make his dick work again. So
It's the ED arc.
yeah.
My favorite or best fan service of this season is Riza's thighs. Because, come on, thick thighs saves lives.
Yeah.
Not much else to say. Let's go to the next one. We got best girl, who was I'll start. My best girl was Shizuka from Zom 100.
That's me too.
Let's go.
Did you pick?
My best girl was Sylphie.
Oh,
I like
nice.
Sylphie. I think she's such a cute girl.
Sylphie's very, very
She's
nice.
a cute boy.
Did you also like her period blood? I mean, her,
That's not what that was. That's not what that was. Spoiler alert. I guess
guess
go
it
watch
wasn't-
the show.
it wasn't.
Go watch the
period
show
blood.
for yourself.
Yeah,
Thane's wrong at what he just said.
it wasn't period blood. There was blood.
This guy doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop.
Make him stop, somebody.
Yeah, Sylphie's just fun. She's freaking loyal. She's cute. She acts like a typical girl. She gets jealous. Yeah, it's fun.
Nice. Well, this is about the time we would normally take our break.
I got to effing pee. I don't know if that's
So let's take a mid-break. We'll be right back in just a
Just like
second.
Mushoku Tensei, we'll take a mid-season break.
Let's go. And we are back from our break. Skylar and Thane both peed. If you guys were curious, I didn't have to go.
I shouldn't have had to pee. I literally punched half my drink out. So.
Guys, you under the bathroom bus?
You could be lying though. No one would ever.
I could be lying. I'm not. Anyway, moving on to our next segment, we have the worst protagonist. I'll start this one. Mine is Shinohara from Liar Liar. And you basically heard me talking about that show a little bit earlier.
Just a cheater.
He's just, I mean, that's the point, right?
Yeah.
But it gets old. It gets old real quick. And
You're not like
He's
Yugi
just not a good
where
character.
You're not like Yugi where the cheating is clever and you don't catch it the first viewing.
Exactly. Yeah. He doesn't get to just draw. He doesn't top deck Pot of Greed 3 times in a row.
The video I watched where it's like that card does not do that. It's like, oh my god, they just got away with so much crap.
Then who's your worst protagonist?
It's from that show Glasses Girl, and it's Kaede Komura. I had to look up his name.
Komura.
Yeah, like I was gonna put, I think his name was Akane Tendo from, or maybe that's another character.
There's Akira Tendo from Zom 100.
Yeah. Whatever his name was from Dark Gathering, since technically is the protagonist.
I could tell you.
Yeah.
Kitaro Gentoga.
Wait,
Gentoga.
why could you tell us that?
Just because
Yeah.
he's my worst protagonist.
Well, yeah. Well, anyways, back to mine. Sorry. The reason why I say he's the worst protagonist because not only does he's like one of those protagonists like, oh my god, girl's talking to me. Whoa, she forgot her glasses. And he's got some of the worst gags in that show.
It's like day 39.
Yeah.
She forgot her glasses.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? She's going to get close.
Maybe she'll
Maybe
touch
be
me.
supportive. Maybe say, hey, here's a better step to remember your glasses.
Or-
Instead, it's like, I hope she forgets her glasses again so I can have more terrible
he
gags.
wanted her to forget his and I don't blame him. I would be thinking the same thing. I'd want her to forget her glasses too. I don't blame him.
But like day 39, aren't you going to question like the stupidity of this woman?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
And maybe in manga form it worked, but I'm going to chalk it up to that was one of the when we got into manga,
Also
that was one of the
binging.
first. Right, binging, but
on,
that was
man.
one of the first manga.
Come on, man, be there
at
for
least
your
I started
woman.
reading.
Help her when she doesn't have her glasses.
He's not a good boyfriend, even though they're not dating, but I don't care.
I love the air
Quote,
quotes.
I don't care. It's like, why am I don't care at all.
Yeah, mine was Kitaro Gentoga from Dark Gathering. I already said it. He's just kind of lame. Like sometimes he's really scared. Sometimes he's really confident, but he keeps going back and
It's
forth.
like Shaggy, but without the weed.
Yeah, it's like, bro, just pick one, dude. Come on. Like,
You guys keep making these Scooby-Doo references about the show. Is that really what it feels like, a
No,
Scooby-Doo?
not at all.
Okay.
it's just like it's a good comparison.
Okay.
As far as,
It's more like
people would understand.
Supernatural, but maybe not as violent.
Like the part for me that really confused me and also was like, okay, what am I watching? And Thane, you can attest to this. It's minor spoilers, but like I believe it's episode 2 or 3. They one of the girls, I can't remember if it's the little girl or his girlfriend that he gets later, calls him out and says, "You like being scared. You like the demons." And then it like cuts to him and he's got like a really creepy face, like he gets off to this kind of stuff.
yeah.
To the demons.
Yeah, but then he literally goes from that right back to just being a
Yeah,
scary
he's
guy. And
kinda
it's
like-
who is this guy?
you think like it would be like, oh, I do like it. Let's go. But no, he's like, I do like it. No way, and I don't like it. It's like,
I was supposed to be the
Bruh.
one to save your Dark Souls.
show would be so much better if it was just like the little girl. I can't remember her name. I'm bad with anime
Let's call
names.
her.
Skull Anime Eye Girl.
Let's call her
It's like Miyami or something.
Yeah.
Miyu. Let's call her Miyu.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't
Well,
know. I've never seen
we'll move on.
Next up, we've got and the opposite from our worst protagonist. We got our best protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was your best protagonist thing?
It was Akira Tendo from
Let's
Zom 100, most
go.
relatable protagonist.
because you don't like to
people are-
work.
Yeah, people are getting worked
Well,
to death.
I don't think he doesn't like to work. I think he doesn't like
He
to
wants
get
to be
worked
free.
to death.
He wants to be free.
He doesn't want to work for Mappa.
Yeah. Ooh.
Or the company or the studio that was drawing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yikes.
They made a show about their work environment.
Yeah.
To be fair, I can't confirm if Bug Films actually was
Probably
bad.
why the delays. There's a bunch of delays.
They could have
probably
delayed it
'cause,
so
like,
that they didn't become
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
They're like, we're making a show. We can't make a show while
We can't
about
be-
what
Yeah.
we're doing.
We can't be a hypocrite about
you can't
this,
go
guys.
against the morals of the show.
I like that theory.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with that one to make me feel
it's
better.
a feel-good
Probably 'cause
theory.
it's just a new studio, and
feel-good
they're
theory.
like, this is our first time. We're figuring stuff out.
Who was your favorite protagonist guy?
It was Rudy. Rudy's such a deep character. I love it.
Mine's Rudy as well.
Yeah.
Let's go. Rudy is Gray Rat coming in again for another spot on my list.
He's just a gamer,
he's
dude.
so good, dude. Oh, it's so good. And it just gets better. Minor spoilers, it gets better. That's the spoiler.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you see Rudy through Rudy's eyes or through his 40-year-old man eyes?
I see him through Rudy's eyes.
Okay.
And that's what's the beauty of the show is like, that's kind of the purpose of his character is him seeing himself through Rudy's eyes and not his previous
trying to get rid of
eyes.
his previous.
Exactly.
Well,
I wonder if this will happen in the show later where like his old self just kind of walks away and he's kind of forgets his life and kind of his old self dies.
Well, I was going to bring that up too. I didn't notice, and maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but there wasn't that many interactions with the man god, if any at all.
There is
season.
one.
Is there one?
He's the one that he tells him to go to the university.
Right. So that was at the very beginning.
It was like episode 3 or 4.
Towards the beginning, I guess, of the
It
season.
was right when he got Edie.
Right. So
Or realized
I think that was the only one. And I'm assuming that we're going to keep going throughout, and there's going to be even less, if not all, finished at one point of talking to the man god.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, though. I won't say anything, but man, it's a dang good story. I can't wait for more anime.
It's got pushed to April 2024.
I wouldn't say it got
January.
pushed. I think that's like what they
it
intended.
it got.
Wait, season 3?
Yeah, season 3
Well,
got.
it's season 2 still. It's just the second
season
part.
half.
The course.
It got scheduled to April, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate.
That's all right. It gives me something to look forward to.
It just gets better. I'll say this. The next half of this season, some banger moments, some of the best of the series. Not the best stuff in my opinion. There's one thing in particular that will happen in probably season 3 that is like
how many seasons,
one of the biggest moments in the entire series.
How many
probably.
seasons do you think they're gonna have? Just 3 or
No,
like
there'll be
5 maybe 4 or 5.
maybe 6.
Wow,
Yeah, if it keeps up the pacing, it'll probably be like 6.
that's a lot.
Because this one ends on volume. We just did 7, 8, and 9. The next half will be 10, 11, 12. And then season 3 is 13, 14, 15. And then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, there's 26, though. They could do like a movie for the ending.
Or an OVA.
Because like the last volume, I guess minor spoilers, it's a pretty big fight kind of a thing. As you would expect for a shonen kind of story. So they could do that as a movie if they really wanted to. Which would be phenomenal. So freaking good. Anyway, let's go to the next one. We've got the biggest Dumpy. So
you skipped favorite ED.
Oh. Well, I don't like ED, so that's why
Rudy was my
ending,
favorite ED.
Endings. Well, ED in this case means ending
we mean
song.
endings. We mean it. Good call, guy. Good call. It is our favorite endings. We're not got the biggest Dumpy yet. Hold on that one. You got to keep that one and keep Prairie Dog, and we'll get that out in a second. Our favorite endings. My favorite ending was Zom 100's ending. Because I don't really like the endings this season, but Zom 100 is still really good, and the animation's fun. It makes all the characters look like they're happy, just vibing.
All right, cool. Mine was the Rurouni Kenshin ending. It's a bop.
While we're here, I want to say this. At the beginning of this season, I said the Rurouni Kenshin opening wasn't that good, and I liked the original better.
Yeah.
I still like the original better, but the new one grew on me. Specifically the part where it shows him fighting the 3 bosses.
Yeah.
And he's like doing like jumps over them. There's one part of the song I really don't care about at all, but then like when it's like the chorus, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
My favorite ending, this is going to be a surprise, was actually Dark Gathering's ending, but only the extended version because it's got a killer guitar solo.
Oh, yeah.
I stumbled upon it.
Nice.
I stumbled upon it.
It's really the guitar solo bops.
Gotta love a good guitar. All right, now we can finally take our biggest Dumpy. And I'll go ahead and start again with this one. My biggest Dumpy was Devil as a Part-Timer. I was very, very disappointed with this show. So the first season, a lot of fun. I watched this probably about a year and a half ago at this point, maybe longer, just because I knew that the season 2 was starting up. So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this because I've always heard it's a good show. Really enjoyed season 1. A lot of fun. Good show. Season 2, Part 1, or whatever it's called, I don't know. It was okay. I could tell the story had started to go downhill and it wasn't as fun. And then this one, I only got 4 episodes in and I was just like, yeah, that last episode was a good one to end on because it was like a nice, wholesome moment for the characters that I like. And from what I understand, the characters that I like are not the ones that the author likes.
There.
So we're gonna call it there. And Devil as a part-timer is my biggest dumpy. Skylar, what was your biggest dumpy? Would you like to take your biggest dump?
Yeah, I'm going to take my biggest dump. My biggest dump was the Zom 100 delays.
Oh, no, it's true. It's sad but true.
No, mine was Glasses Girl. I don't know if I necessarily had any expectations for this show, other than I was just comparing it to, I thought the manga was fun. Once again, I go back to the fact that was one of the first manga that I had started reading when I got into it, so maybe that's why I liked it. But the opening shot of Glasses Girl is like incredible. Her hair whips around, like you see the main girl, and you're like, wow.
It's like that animation studio loves hair.
Yeah, it's like this is so majestic. That was it.
The jokes are bad too.
Yeah, it's just not fun. Biggest dumpy.
Yeah, mine was also Glasses Girl.
Oof.
I'll give you a high five.
The Glasses Girl dumpies.
Yeah.
But it's very much like if I didn't have Devils apart, it probably would have been Glasses Girl as well. I just had so much build up for my dump.
It was just low hanging fruit. That was fruit off the ground.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to touch your thigh, by the way.
That essential moment. Anyway, moving on, we got our best anime song or our favorite anime song. And this is a new category because I was like, we got to do something, right?
Yeah.
So I threw this in at the last second. This doesn't necessarily have to be an OP or an ending or anything. It could just be a song from a season that we liked. It could be an OP or an ending if you wanted
like
to.
a song that plays in the middle of the show.
Exactly, yeah. Some kind of like hype song or something.
Yeah, like what Spy Family had when he was doing that castle thing.
Yeah.
The scene went hard.
Yeah.
It didn't need to go that hard.
well, I'll keep you talking. Dane. What was your favorite anime song?
It's Specials with a Z by King Nu, the opening for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
King Nu's a very good artist. They also did a song for Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which is the best song on that soundtrack.
Nice.
They're pretty good artists.
My favorite anime song is also an opening, and it's Spiral by Longman, which is the opening for Mushoku Tensei. What a cool actual music video for that song. If you guys haven't seen it, I would recommend checking it out. It's not like an animated music video or related to Mushoku Tensei at all. I mean, like, it's got very obviously similar themes. If you watch it, you go, okay, they're clearly inspired by the story, but it's almost like another world, like if the story went a nice way instead of what actually ended up happening. You guys would like it. The song is phenomenal. I really, really like it. I listen to it occasionally. So, Spiral by Longman.
My favorite, this is kind of a lazy man pick, but I really like the Zom 100 soundtrack in general. There's a lot of really hype moments, especially the first episode when Akira freaking jumps off the building and he's just free.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of really fun tracks, I think, throughout that soundtrack.
I always really liked the one that kind of sounds like a carnival or a circus. The da-na-na-na-na-na. It's like the next episode song they use it. I always liked that. That was like the first trailer that they showed, and I heard that song. I'm like, whoa, this song's cool. I like it. But I agree. That one does have some good songs. There was one specifically I thought about, but it's because I used it for a YouTube video recently, so it made me kind of...
Right.
I was like, well, that's a little on the nose, isn't it? All right, next up we've got... Oh, I think I threw this one in as well. This is another new one that I added. It's most memorable moment. So the most memorable moment of the season. Skylar, what was yours?
I wrote 4, but I'm just going to pick 2.
Okay.
My first one was basically the last 1 minute of episode 12 of Mushoku Tensei with Rudy and Sylphie. It was just like boom. It was the entire buildup of the whole season for me. It just had a very satisfying ending, and you get it within 1 minute of that episode 12. So that was a banger. I really like Sylphie and Rudy together. But I think my number one was, gosh, I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna try not to spoil it. At the end of Rent a Girlfriend, there's a moment where Chizuru just completely breaks as a human being, and you're just like, oh my. And she just goes and like grabs Kazuya's shirt and just bawls on his chest for who knows how long.
I remember reading the manga for that section, and I was waiting for this the entire season, for this exactly what you're talking about. Because in the manga, they're full pages of just her face, and it just does the one page is like one expression, next page, next page, next page. And it's like 4 or 5 to 6, maybe even like 8 pages of this. Like you see her breakdown on every page. I think they did it to a T perfectly in the anime as well.
Yeah, it was so good because
Very
she
well
literally
done.
goes from like, "What are you talking about?" and then
And
just
she kind of like
loses it.
she recovers for a second and then falls.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
Uh,
You got one? You want to do yours? Your favorite moment?
I guess.
Okay.
I got one, and it's where it's Tendo tells his boss to suck it. So when they're on the road on the camper, the boss shows back up that was very abusive of his old job. And it's like, oh great, he survived. And guess what? He's abusive again. And that episode was so frustrating. Those 2 episodes. But then the best girl, Shizuka, I'm not. She tells him like, hey, weren't you gonna have dreams? And then she writes one of them. It's like, tell off a boss, and he's like, thank you for your work, but you suck, and leaves. Well, then zombies attack, and then everyone leaves.
Yeah, Shizuka's like, "Do you want me or your dumb boss?" And he's like,
Oh my god, I want you.
All right, my most memorable moment, and this happened on 2 separate occasions, where I was watching Atli Ryza and Skylar and Thane on 2 separate occasions were watching it with me, and I told them, wait a second, you're going to see some thighs soon. So I had them sit there, and maybe 5 minutes passed, and within those 5 minutes, you have this nice, beautiful shot of just completely out of context, just hear some thighs while they're talking. And it worked, both of them. Both times it worked out for both of them. So they both got to see just a random shot of thighs.
The funny thing is it's like, I think the animators had a meeting and they said, how can we cut corners but not have anyone get mad? Let's just put thighs. Everyone wins.
That's the best part. They're just having this discussion. They're like, what do we do for the shots? Put her thighs up.
Yeah.
They're just like, if anyone complains, then they're
wrong.
They're wrong.
That pretty much does it for our main awards before we get to our big main award. But we do have some special awards to hand out that we kind of came up with on our own. My special award is the Can't Believe I Finished It award, and it is Liar Liar. I actually did finish this show. Very surprised I got to the ending. If there's a season 2, I'm not watching it. The girls were cute, though.
Is that all you got?
I guess then you can go ahead. What was your...
I wrote 3.
Go for it.
For worst delays, we got Zom 100.
That one's just going to be
Very sad.
reoccurring. Let's just
Yeah.
keep that
Sad.
puppy in.
That's not a bad one. We could make that an actual
Yeah.
segment. The most delayed. Well, I guess if that's the case, we're all gonna have the same answer though,
Yeah.
probably. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
And then for worst management, we have Mappa.
Oh no,
All
And
right.
finally,
it's so sad.
then finally for the third one, for the most violent show, my signature, we got Jujutsu Kaisen. Really did not pump the brakes on the gore.
A lot of gore,
Yeah, a lot of gore.
a lot of eyes and gore.
Yeah.
A lot of
A
sacrifices
lot
were
innocent,
made.
innocent people involved. It's like, damn.
Yikes.
So my special award was weirdest camera work.
Oh no, I can tell where this is going.
And it was Glasses Girl. There's literally a shot,
You
and
could
we
just nominate Gohans for that whole. If you watch a Gohan show, it's like doing that whole swooping thing.
Did we watch a Gohan's thing as one of our weekly? Maybe we didn't. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like if we
So-
did, we would have noticed.
True.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's literally a shot where Main Boy's walking up a staircase that turns. So like you go up this way, go this way, and then back up this way to get to a second floor. And the camera like comes in, zooms in on his hand, turns with the hand, and then goes up. And I'm just like, what the?
I remember
It's-
telling you about that exact shot before you watched the
Yeah.
anime, and I told you how weird it was, and I was waiting for you to see it.
It's so jarring because it's just like, what the? And there's other like cinematic shots they try to get with weird angles, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's not doing it for me.
I've seen shots like that in other anime, but it's not as jarring. It's like cool looking.
It's the weird 3D camera they're trying to do. That's what makes it jarring at this.
It's like they have them in a 3D environment, and it's just like, wow.
Yep.
Kind of nauseating, honestly.
That sound you made was to a T what it felt like. All right, it's time for the moment of truth. We have our best anime of summer 2023.
I have a prediction. That mine and yours is an identical list.
An identical list?
Should we just say it together on
Okay,
3?
Number 3. Rent a Girlfriend.
Zom 100.
Number 2, Zom 100.
Mine is
Number
Jujutsu
1,
Kaisen.
Mushoku Tensei.
My number 4 was going to be Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, you had the same?
What?
Oh, wait, no, you didn't watch Rent a
Rent
Girlfriend.
You thought it
Said
was
Rurouni
like,
Kenshin.
Sorry.
I didn't watch Rent a Girlfriend.
I got too excited.
Sorry,
So,
Thane. What were yours?
Yours were identical. Sorry, I just took over. But number 4 I didn't write out. But it's Rurouni Kenshin. Very fun shonen, just classic.
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
Yes.
it's good. It's classic.
And I think it's gonna get better. Like the better arcs are later in the manga.
Yeah, it keeps going.
It's like the Kyoto arc. Yeah. Number 3 was Zom 100. Number 2 was Jujutsu Kaisen. Number 1 was Mushoku Tensei. So there you go. That's my top 3.
I guess I have one more thing to throw out there into the void of whoever cares. I also am watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm having fun with it, but I'm also putting it on pause because I just want to binge it. So
Fair.
It's a 2-core. I don't know if they mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, it is. The reason why they delayed it is because I think the season is shorter overall. It's like 23 episodes. And also they just put recaps like season 1, 0, season 1, the season 2, the
mid-season thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be.
My brain's frying, sorry.
What are you saying, Sky?
That's just it. Like
Yeah.
I think for me it's one of those shows like I enjoyed watching it week by week, but I just would rather binge it.
It's at a very intense moment.
Yeah.
Each cliffhanger is agonizing if you never read the manga.
Yeah, it's very agonizing.
I think you should read the manga. I think you enjoyed it, especially after this season.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Actually, is probably after this one read.
How many chapters are there?
It's like
230 right now.
yeah,
or something?
230.
Oh, wow. That's
It's-
more than I expected.
Yeah, it's on the shorter side, but it's a bit bigger. It's a bigger boy, and it's almost done. It's close. We're very close.
I was very much so considering reading it, but like,
yeah.
You may as well just wait till it's done.
Yeah.
Then again, binge it.
Yeah, binge it.
So we talked a bunch about Rent a Girlfriend and Mushoku Tensei. I do want to say one more piece on Zom 100. I want to point out how even though it was an unfinished show essentially for this season, it still made it to all 3 of our top 3s.
Yeah.
That's how dang good it is, I think. It looks that good. The animation quality is that good. The story's really fun.
It's on a cliffhanger, and probably won't see those episodes till the end of the season.
It's going to be a long time.
Yeah.
I
I think for me too, it also scratches that like preteen, early high school itch of, man, I'd love to be in a zombie apocalypse.
Totally
because
does.
I
It's-
freaking hate life sometimes.
It's Zombieland.
Yeah,
but anime.
literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to point out, and this is almost more so for the manga as it goes on, because you don't really see it much in this season of the anime, but I realized this while reading it. Oh, because those chapters came out, I just binged the whole thing because I'm caught up now. It came to me while I was reading it. I'm like, yo, this is just One Piece, but zombies.
Wow.
Like, Akira is very similar to Luffy in a way,
yeah.
and it's very similar to One Piece. They kind of just go around all of Japan in this case. Just like they go all over the Grand Line in One Piece.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. A little, like, yeah. So if you like One Piece and you like zombies,
It's
you
funny,
probably
there
like
are
Zom
zombies
100.
in One Piece.
Oh, there are.
They
Yeah.
dance too.
Yeah, they dance.
I've seen so much One Piece without actually watching One Piece. It's insane.
yeah.
So those are our top 3 of the summer 2023 season. We were pretty dang close with most of our entire list,
Yeah.
guys. So my prediction yesterday was pretty dang spot on.
Yeah, literally.
Now, before we move on, let's talk about some shows that we wished we watched. It's interesting because the 2 that I have on my list are shows that Thane also watched, and they are Reign of the Seven Spellblades and My Happy Marriage.
My Happy Marriage is good. Reign of the Seven Spellblades. It was interesting, but it kind of starts to go into that generic fantasy light novel. It's a
Well,
fun
that goes
watch.
on my hype.
You'll never
It's a-
watch it.
Never
now.
watch it.
It's a fun watch, but it's nothing it's obviously nothing mind blowing. It's
Yeah.
It's a good what is it called, popcorn anime.
Oh, okay. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's also longer. It's apparently 15 episodes. Some sources
really?
have that kerfuffled, but like clearly this last episode said next episode. It's like, oh, we got 2 more episodes.
I see.
Okay.
What about you, Thane? What were some of the shows you wish you would have watched?
I started Bungo Stray Dogs. Obviously, I said maybe I'll get caught up. It's like 50 episodes. Like, nah. Maybe, like they say, there's probably going to be more of the anime, so it's probably good to catch up. And then Bleach, like that's pretty long too, but maybe I can get caught up. I know it's definitely in the era where there's no more filler, so it's like maybe if I skip the filler or be a sick bastard and watch the filler, maybe at double speed.
Oh no!
You're one of those.
Don't be a monster.
Don't worry. I'm gonna go to watch the filler at double speed, not the canon stuff.
Just be like a normal person and skip the filler.
Yeah, that's true. But
What are you telling me?
I just kind of want to watch
Skip the filler.
Do you fall asleep during the filler?
I
I plead the fifth.
I just kind of want to watch it to see how it is. But yeah, I don't know. And yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of anything else. I even looked through all the shows. Like, man, these do not tickle my fancy from first look. Like, I guess Rent a Girlfriend, but I don't know. Like, maybe
I can
one day.
tickle a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Wow.
It'll make you feel something.
Wow.
Wink, wink. What about you, Sky? What are your shows?
So I also had My Happy Marriage, and I think I wrote that one specifically because Thane doesn't like romance.
Yeah.
But he liked this show.
Yeah. The one thing that really hooked me was the sudden, like, supernatural element they just drop in, like, I think the very first episode's like, whoa,
Apparently,
okay.
the internet really liked the show too. Like, I've only seen good things about it.
Yeah. My other two were, I also wrote Bleach. I think Bleach is one of those. It's like one of those big boys for me where it's like, one day I would like to watch through it all, but I'd also like to watch through all of Dragon Ball and Hunter x Hunter and One Piece and all the big ones.
Of all the shows, you should prioritize Hunter x Hunter. Prioritize
It's
Hunter x
that
Hunter.
good?
Yes, Hunter x Hunter is very good.
I've never seen Bleach, but I can confirm Hunter x Hunter is really dang good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, even, you know what's funny? I know people that don't even watch anime and they've seen Hunter x Hunter and they liked it.
It's
Yeah,
good.
It's
It's
good.
good stuff.
And then the last one I wrote was Rurouni Kenshin. That one just seems like a fun slash.
It's super funny to
fun
me.
Yeah.
slasher.
It's really interesting to me because, like, as a kid, I watched the original on Toonami or Cartoon Network or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But, like, watching it now, sure, it's the remake, but it's basically the same story.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, this is just a shonen.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like they're doing shonen things. Like, this episode's like, okay, we got the room after room after room of the bad guys we're fighting.
Yeah.
It's a shonen anime.
The one thing that made it unique was its realistic historical period. Like,
Yeah.
It had, like, actual history behind it, and its protagonist is not a dumb teenager, but
True.
like
The protagonist is already overpowered. He didn't
Yeah.
have a training arc.
he's like how, like, some characters in shonen, like, the main character has to learn the standard.
He's
kind of
like the Kakashi already.
He is the standard. He set the standard,
Yeah.
and everyone's trying to
Get to him.
get to him.
I will say, and I feel slightly bad confessing this, but when they do talk about, like, the Edo, or not the Edo, but, like, the period-esque conversation and dialogue, I just pull up my phone.
Oof.
I'm just here for the funnies,
Fights, yeah.
the funnies and the fights.
The FF. He's an FF boy.
That doesn't sound great.
That's why I like Elusive Samurai so much, because it's like actual historical characters, but
period.
like shonen battles.
I see.
It's very, like, it's from Assassination Classroom, guys, so it's very over the top. Yeah.
All right, so the last thing we got to talk about, because we don't just watch anime, we also read manga. We've got our manga standouts. So some of the stuff, or most of the stuff, or whatever you guys want to talk about, of the stuff that we read during this past, like, roughly 3 months. I'll go first. So my first two are just straight up, I'm horny mangas. 1,000,000%. That's why I read them. We've got Girlfriend.
Wow.
It's good. Not good enough for me to watch the anime, because the next season is season 2 for the anime. I don't care enough about it. That best girl is the white hair girl. I don't remember her name. She's
be
definitely
like
the
me.
best.
She's first girlfriend, right?
Nope.
You can
She's
be
First
like
girlfriend
me.
had pink hair. Second girlfriend
Right.
had. Who was the second
Did
girlfriend?
I meet? I don't know if I met.
You
white
definitely saw her.
Did I?
Well, how far did you get into season 1?
girl. Like 10 episodes.
You probably saw her at
I
least
met
once.
little blonde girl that camps out in a tent.
Yeah, I don't like her.
You
No one does.
You can be like me and just have most of my shows be catch-ups.
Blue hair girl. That's girlfriend too.
Is she the passive one?
She's the passive one that just lets it all happen because she's the first one that cheated on. She's like, I guess I'm doing it, so might as well let anything else happen. But no, yeah, white hair girl's the best. I don't remember her name. Next up, I've got Chained Soldier. One day, a YouTuber known as Gigic uploaded a video, and I said, okay, I'm gonna read the whole manga tonight.
I really liked his Garzy's Wing video because
Okay.
like, oh my God, someone's talking about Garzy's Wing in 2023.
I don't think I read the whole thing in a night, but I read most of it in a single night. How many chapters is it? There's 115 chapters, so I probably read 70 chapters that night.
Dang, you're a gamer.
It was a horny day.
I mean, you're a weeb.
Very, very cute girls in that one. And honestly, the plot's not bad. It's kind of very entertaining.
Are we talking about plot or plot?
Plot.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly.
Like plot. Farming.
No. We're not talking about Vinland Saga.
Oh.
You're talking about horny manga. Okay. Anyway, next two that I actually have is Zom 100. I did mention that I got caught up on the manga. Wow, what a time to get caught up on the manga. Literally, I got caught up in the chapter it gets caught up on is kind of just like, okay, cool, we're just starting up new stuff. Super great place to get caught up on. I won't lie. If I had to wait for some of that stuff, I would have been ticked. Like, really, really ticked. So, Skylar, I know you're reading it.
I'm going to have to get caught
I'd
up
almost just
now.
recommend just getting caught up because it's like, you read volume 11.
It's a very big cliffhanger.
Now just imagine all that
It's the
stuff.
beach episode.
To go even farther. So like you
Yeah.
probably better just get caught up.
Let's go farther, baby.
But the number one manga that I wanted to bring up today, because especially this one, because it does not have an anime adaptation, or is getting an anime adaptation that we know of yet, because Chain Soldier is actually technically getting an anime adaptation as well. Girlfriend already has one, and Zom 100 already has one.
Yeah.
This one does not, that we know of yet. It's rumored, but if it doesn't get one, everybody needs to be reading this manga because it's just that darn good, and I don't know why no one is. I don't know why people aren't. It's Dan. Best manga that I've read, I think, over the past couple months.
Yeah, it's good.
We finished a phenomenal arc. There literally hasn't been a miss of an arc, in my opinion. The art is absolutely incredible. I've shown you these random. Like, he's like, the artist is like, or the writer artist is just like, mangaka is just like, I'll just throw up 3 full spread, fully drawn images in the chapter.
Very detailed.
It's a weekly manga, mind you.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. The story's really, really fun. The characters are a lot of
Takes
fun.
very few breaks.
Very few breaks. Like, man, this is a winner. Read Dan.
Yeah.
That's my sales pitch. Those are my manga.
That's a good one. I didn't put that there, but thank you for reminding me of that. That one's amazing. I actually read that first because, like, what's this? It's like, oh, girl in her panties. Wait, there's aliens?
Fair. That
Ghosts?
is chapter 1.
Ghosts?
10-gallon wiener.
10-gallon wieners?
All beef wang.
All beef wang?
Literally, the plot is him trying to find his balls. He loses his balls, and he's got to go find them.
Trying to find his balls, man.
It's poor guy.
He's got another girl on him. That's for the... Anyways. That one's a good one. But I put this one here. Some of you say, oh, it's just a meme. But I do think Kagurabachi... Kagurabachi... I think, like, compared to all this stuff, Weekly Shonen Jump, and the fact that both Jujutsu Kaisen, which is also on my list, and My Hero are both very much close coming to an end. I'm pretty sure this one has room for it. It's just simple enough for people to enjoy. It's like not too overly complex. I wish they would have.
Yet we haven't really gotten into the magic
It's just 3
system.
chapters right now. I do hope they lean into some more complex stuff.
Next chapter will definitely be a fight, so we're gonna see a little bit of the magic system. I think
It's not as hopefully it's not gonna be complex as Hunter x Hunter. I've been reading that. A lot of words, very good, very intense, very complex plot. Like it's Death Note-esque. How this plot is like the plot I'm reading that they've had. It's really good if you have some time and you don't mind a bunch of words. Yes, the meme is real with the
Question for
one
for both of
face.
you. Should I watch Hunter x Hunter or read it?
watch it.
I say watch it, and then if you want more, just read this current arc. Start on the.
If you watch it and finish what they currently have of the anime, the newer one, not the older one, I think it's a great ending. If you wanted that to be the ending, that could be the ending. You never have to do anything else. That's what I'm gonna do essentially, unless they make more anime.
Yeah, I hope they make a second season. That reboot was people really like that.
Very good.
I hope this arc gets adapted because I think all the dialogue would just benefit from on-screen time. It's basically like a light novel, but it's good. It's good writing. Then I got Chainsaw Man, always hits. Fujimoto's a madman. And One Piece. I love One Piece.
The One Piece isn't a real thing. I watched the Netflix. I know.
It is real.
My brother told me him and his wife started watching the One Piece live action, and I'm like, oh cool, that's awesome. He's like, so does he ever get to the One Piece? I'm like, ugh, I got bad news for you, sir. Like they still haven't gotten to it yet. And he's like, it's still being written.
We're 1,100 episodes in.
He was very like, dang, I was really hoping by the end of the season they'd get to the One Piece. I'm like, they talk about that grand line thing where the One Piece is. He's like, yeah. He's like, they don't even get to the grand line in season 1. He's like, oh my god.
You should have told him, hey, strap in, buddy. It's a long road, long ocean, a lot of water to be sailed.
Yeah, but that's some of my picks. I know I've got a few more that I've been enjoying, but that's the boilerplate.
I think one of my biggest, not necessarily sleepers, but more people should be reading it because it's really effing good, is Boruto. I think so many people out there, like, everyone likes to shit on Boruto because of the anime. Read the freaking manga, dude. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. Read the manga. It's the manga's always so better. Good. And we just got the future, what do we call it?
The time skip?
The time skip. Thank you, God.
It's a new, they pretty much label as a new series.
Yeah.
Right. But it's still, it literally just, takes place right after the first half of the manga. And like right where it ended, picks up right there pretty much. I mean, you get the time skip, but no one cares about what they did.
Speaking of time skips, did you know that Dragon Ball Z was not called Z during the original manga run? It's just Dragon Ball throughout the whole thing.
I did know that.
Yeah. When you line up all the spines, it's one big picture.
That's cute.
Yeah. I love it when they do that.
So my next one is Rent a Girlfriend. I think where Rent a Girlfriend is right now is the best it's been in a long time.
I can agree to that.
In a very long time.
It's a lot of fun right now.
Yeah. To me, it's just, it feels like I'm finally getting what I wanted back when the anime that currently just aired was. That's what I want. That's where we are. We're finally getting it. I'm also reading Chainsaw Man with these two. It slaps. Chainsaw Man is just fun. You never know what you're going to get, honestly. You're either going to get murder, laughs, or both.
Honestly, that's a great description. And you're not wrong. You really don't know what you're going to get with that series.
And then the last one that's just a banger and has been since it aired, or started rather, is just Oshinoko. Such a fun one. And Aka's finally back, so...
After that break.
After his Apex
/ kind of sick.
Kind of sick splurge. Yeah. Oh, and then the other one I wanted to bring up, this is actually a recommend from Cole and then our other buddy Luke, is I'm reading Gantz. I'm about 30 or 40 chapters in. It's a really quick read. How I would describe Gantz for me is like Little Caesars pizza. It's cheap, but my God, does it taste so good. Like, you're not going to take a girl on a date to Little Caesars, but man, when you're hungry, you can always count on Little Caesars.
Yeah, you're not going to show a girl Gantz the anime the first season. She'd be like, we're
talking about Pizza Thane.
Pizza Thane. Yeah. It's funny because Thane's the one person I would have expected to have read Gantz by now. It's going to be me and you that has read it. It's one of those weird conundrums.
No, it was in a time when gory anime made me kind of squeamish. And I watched Terraformers. And it's like, oh, it's so violent. And people said, hey, it's kind of like the successor to Gantz because in the same magazine. I was like, oh, Gantz seems kind of icky. But I've heard Gantz is good.
It's incredibly gory. Incredibly
also,
gruesome.
Terraformers, looking back, it sucks. I don't like Terraformers.
Wait, I'm going to sell Gantz for you.
Oh, you don't need to sell me. I'm going to read it someday. Okay.
Boobies.
Yeah, I know the creator.
Are you gonna watch it now?
I need to watch.
Are you gonna read it now?
I need to watch Inuyashiki. That's also we'll probably do that for watch along. That's only 11 episodes.
We're talking about breasts.
Yeah, I know the breasts.
It's really weird. So like, there's this minor spoilers for Gantz. There's this like teleportation like sci-fi thing, and like the way they teleport, it's like you see like their body slowly like go away, but you can like look inside of their body and like see like their skeletal makeup as it's slowly being like disappearing.
The inside of their brains.
And like when sometimes it shows the side of a boob and it's just like, that's really weird. I'm not turned on by this, but kind of am? Question mark.
I wonder when they're getting warped away, does it malfunction and then someone just like gets cut in half by it?
I won't say anything.
Okay. I'm feeling that's probably one of the deaths.
Because I can't remember.
Probably one of the deaths.
And that is our show, everybody. Thank you guys for listening and watching to our summer 2023 anime review. Next time, we're going to be going over the fall 2023 anime season. We're going to be going over every single one of the shows, talking about the ones that we know a little bit about, as well as just, I don't know, looking at the artwork of the ones that we don't know so we can give an idea.
I can tell you about a few that I've watched. Probably a lot. Probably all the ones that I'm going to watch have started by the time we're filming.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. We got 2 weeks before we film that, so
yeah.
Look forward to that. So if you're interested in that one, you can find out what shows you might be curious about to see what kind of shows that we're watching as well, and what shows that we're excited about, what shows. At that point, like Thanes was saying, there might be like 1 or 2 episodes per show, and so we'll tell you our feedback on the shows at that point. We can tell you what we thought about them. So look forward to that. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, tell us what was your favorite shows of the 2023 summer season.
And here's a point. If Black Clover made it, then I'm pretty sure Kagurabachi can make it. Look at this. Let's be honest.
Ooh. Do you read Kagurabachi? Should Skylar be reading this manga?
It's only 3 chapters.
Yeah.
It's not like I have a lot to invest to get into it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be disappointed either, so we'll see.
Yeah, let us know what some of your favorite shows are for the last summer season, as well as your best girl, your favorite moments, your favorite opening songs, the stuff that you dropped because they thought they were dumpies. Let us know in the comments.
What were some sleepers that we missed that we were sleeping on?
Yeah, exactly. Then maybe someday we can do one of those as a watch along, because at this point it's real easy because they're pretty much only 12 to 13 episodes, so easy peasy. But thank you guys again for watching and listening to the show. Have a great life, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.